Oh, shoot. Fatherhood is the general. Well, we got a good one today. Make sure you're tuning in right now and don't you turn. All right, we're going to get into it. Welcome to Fatherhood is the general. How we doing today? Today is Wisdom Wednesday. I'm going for a little walk on Wisdom Wednesday, and I got something good to share with y'all. Oh, this is fantastic. Make sure y'all get some water or something so you can go ahead and just you can just sip on it while you're listening. Okay? All right, here it is. Today's message is fatherhood and manhood. Fatherhood and manhood. Fatherhood and manhood. Ooh. They go hand in hand, I think. You see what I'm saying? Because a true father, okay? A real one. You know how they say a real one. Okay? He is a man. You know what I mean? When I say he's a man, okay, he don't gotta be perfect. A man is not perfect. You see what I'm saying? What's a man? A man is a man is a male. That's first and foremost. A man is a male who can take care of himself and then others. Okay? And when I say take care of himself, he can do whatever he needs to do, okay, to provide for himself and keep himself alive, and not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally, okay? So it goes into multiple facets now. But we talking about fatherhood and manhood, okay? And they are interconnected. It's like, dang, okay, what's interconnected? I'm going to tell you what interconnected is. Interconnected is being linked together. Okay? And I'm going a little too fast, so let me slow it down real quick. So we got fatherhood and manhood. They are interconnected. Having all constituent parts linked or connected. They are interconnected. Having all constituent parts linked or connected. What's constituent mean? Oh, I got it for you. Constituent. Being a part of a whole. As a constituent, you are part of a whole. Okay? Not incomplete, but complete. Not incomplete, but complete. If you let me keep going. Second definition, or going more deep into constituent, is being a voting member of a community or organization. Being a voting member of a community or organization. One is not complete without the other. That's manhood and fatherhood. Okay? Manhood and fatherhood. Manhood and fatherhood go in like, I don't even know. But they interconnected, okay? All right? You don't have one without the other. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I mean? I know on a health tip, we may have the peanut butter sandwich. Okay, but we talking about manhood. Okay, manhood and fatherhood. They are interconnected, having all constituent parts linked or connected. Constituent, being a part of a whole, being a voting member of a community or an organization. One is not complete without the other. Why is this important? This is important because we are all interconnected with one another. Fatherhood is not just about my children, okay? It's about all the other kids too. It's about the example of the man who's showing what fatherhood is truly about. Come on. We need manhood principles to exercise the office of fatherhood effectively. Manhood principles to exercise the office of fatherhood effectively. What do you mean by that? I'm about to break it down. The principles of manhood is the key to fatherhood. You can't even enter fatherhood effectively without having first the principles of manhood and then exercising those same principles of manhood. So that way you can unlock the next door, the next level to fatherhood. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go a little bit deeper, okay? Think of manhood principles as the keys to the, okay, here we go. This is good right here. So growing up in New York and Brooklyn, we had, in your doors, you have multiple locks. You ain't just have a top lock and a bottom lock. Most time you had 3 top locks, you know what I mean? And then a bottom lock, you know what I mean? And then the chain. You got so many daggone locks on the door. The door itself, with all the locks, then cost more money than a lot of the stuff that we have in our house, because that we're gonna got deadbolts. We got the police lock, the cage lock. You got the bottom lock. You see what I'm saying? And there's times where, you know what I mean, you don't even have the key to the top lock. Only Mom Dukes or Pops got the key to the top lock. You know what I mean? And there's only one or two keys. Because back then, when we didn't really make keys like that. You know what I mean? So bringing it back in, how we didn't really make keys like that back in the day, we got the keys now, which is manhood. You understand what I'm saying? Manhood is the key to fatherhood. So in order for you to get through the door, okay, you have to have the key to get inside the door, into the apartment. Okay? You have to have the key to get into the apartment. And sometimes that door may not take one key for every lock. That door might be 4 locks, 4 keys. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you got one, but having one key will not unlock the entire door. Only a section of it. So when it comes to manhood, you may say, oh, I got this and I got that, but that's only one key, brother. Do you have the keys to manhood to get you to unlock the lessons of fatherhood? You see what I'm saying? Ooh, we go deep. So the principles of manhood exercised effectively will unlock and guide you through to fatherhood. You see what I'm saying? Because some of the same keys for this door might be for the next door. Because a lot of times, especially in apartment buildings, you got the first door that you first come into. And then the mailboxes is there. And then you have the next door, which is the apartment door. So you don't just walk into somebody's house just off the street. Nah, sometimes it's multiple doors before you get into the house. And then when you get in the house, to get to the special place, like the bedroom, there's another door you got to go through. And then some bedrooms got locks on there. Some of them don't. You see what I'm saying? So think about that as fatherhood, because some fatherhood experiences are easy for some as we looking outside. You know what I mean? More challenging for others. Difficult for some. You know what I mean? So it's multiple facets, multiple keys to success when it comes to fatherhood. And manhood is first. Brooklyn, stand up, had to represent. Manhood is first. So we always talking about the issues in fatherhood and manhood. Men need to do this and men need to do that. Okay, these are the problems. This is what men are not doing. This is what fathers are not doing. Okay, cool. Are we providing solutions? We just point. You know what I mean? Wisdom Wednesday. Are we giving some wisdom? True wisdom with the intent to teach. Come on. The lessons of manhood will need to be forged into fatherhood. Okay? The lessons of manhood will be needed to forge the father in fatherhood. That's what I wrote down. The lessons of manhood will be needed to forge the father in fatherhood. Like forgery? No, not forgery, forge. What does forge mean? Forge. To make or shape a metal object, usually by heating in a fire or a furnace, and then beating it or hammering it. Let me read that again. To forge, the definition of forge is to make or shape, usually something metal, okay, by heating it in a fire or a furnace, and then beating it or hammering it. Second definition, to make it plain and clear, to create. The process of creation. What is the process of creation when it comes to fatherhood, to manhood? Come on. What's the process of creation when it comes to manhood and fatherhood? I'm going to let it sit for a second. Let me ask it one more time. What is the process of creation when it comes to manhood and fatherhood? Here we go. This is a fatherhood masterclass. Yeah, fatherhood masterclass. You see what I'm saying? Because we're going to go deep in this. We're going to go deep like you lost your keys in the couch. Matter of fact, like you lost your keys in the car. It done fell in the crack back there. You know what I mean? And your hands are not big enough. You got to use your fingers to, you know what I mean, to get up in there. Oh, that's a bad analogy. But hey, you know what I'm talking about. So forge. Let's talk about forging. Forging. Okay? Forging is to make or shape something. So when you're making a shape in something, sometimes it's easy like Play-Doh. But even Play-Doh gets tough after a while. You see what I'm saying? Even when you I was making pancakes with my son last night. You know what I mean? He did most of the work, you know, and he asked me for a little advice. I gave it to him, you know. And as he was making the dough, whatever you want to call it, for the pancake mix, the batter, that's what it's called. Thank you. The batter, you know, he was like, you know, this is a little too, why only have a little bit? Why is it just coming out just a little bit? You know, it's not coming out big as I like it. I said, because your batter is too thick, brother. Your batter is too thick. You need an even balance. You know what I mean? And the even balance can be measured differently depending on the creator. Come on. Jules. You see what I'm saying? Jules. Rewind this and listen to it again, because I don't even know if I can say it the same. You know what I mean? And the balanced mixture is dependent on the creator, because your balance might be different from my balance. You see what I'm saying? My balance might be different from your balance. And some things we might have the same balance. You see what I'm saying? It's so much tweaking to do, so much different type of balancing. Okay? So to make or shape is to perfectly balance in creation of the outlining of something. Shaping it. You know that shape, fellas? You know what I mean? When you see that beautiful queen and she got that shape just the way you want it. You know what I mean? She's just so elegant. You know what I mean? The shape. Something about the shape. So to make or shape. And in this definition, they talking about something metal. So when I think about metal, I'm thinking about swords, King Arthur. I'm thinking about martial arts, the katana. Excuse me. I'm thinking about, a hammer. I'm thinking about tools used to make something important. You know what I mean? Because it takes time to forge anything, especially metal. So I take the metal as being the man, because the man is a tough specimen. He's a tough man. No matter if he's, you feel like he's feminine or masculine. Okay? Whatever his balance is, he's still tough. You see what I'm saying? And in order to shape or make something tough, okay, according to the definition, it has to be put into the fire. How many times as a man have you went through the fire? Come on now. What's the fire in manhood? The fire is, you going through issues and problems. You know what I mean? You may have lost your job. We got this whole virus thing going on. You see what I'm saying? And now you lost your job and you can't get hired, or it's not the job you want, or they don't pay enough. That's going through the fire. You got your bills coming up. You know what I mean? You got creditors calling you. You got letters coming in the mail, emails. The mugs is tracking you down and they getting close. You see what I'm saying? Going through the fire. Going through the fire could mean, death in the family. My dad, my best friend, my mom's. She not here no more. I done lost somebody near and dear. My sister, my brother. We got a lot of deaths going on. Going through the fire. Going through the fire could be going through a relationship issue. You know what I mean? What to do in this relationship issue? We having a disconnect. We're not communicating like we're supposed to. I stepped out. She stepped out. We made mistakes. I said something I shouldn't have said. She said something she shouldn't have said. You see what I'm saying? The fire. So while you're in the fire, okay, how are you being molded and shaped? You see what I'm saying? Because the fire purpose is meant to get you soft, get the metal soft, soften it up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Just a little bit, because the fire can only do so much softening. You see what I'm saying? Just soften it just a little bit. No, and let me tell you about fire. Fire don't have a set temperature. You see what I'm saying? Fire temperature depends on the atmosphere around it, the environment around it. What's feeding the fire? Woo, woo. What's feeding the fire that you're going through? You see what I'm saying? We're going through relationship issues. Okay? If you're going through relationship issues, what's feeding that fire? Is it your lack of communication? Is it her lack of communication? You see what I'm saying? Is it money issues? We're not disciplined when it comes to money. So now when it comes to pay the rent, phone bill and whatnot, we over here looking crazy. Deer in the headlights. Which way should we go? You know what I mean? So what's fueling the fire? So while you're in the fire is softening you up just a little bit, because the fire can't do it by itself. You know what I mean? Fire can't do it by itself. Or furnace. So a furnace is even worse, because a furnace is a controlled fire. Okay? A controlled fire. What's the fire that's being controlled? What is it being controlled by in your life? The issues that's going on in your life. What issues are controlling it? A controlled fire in the furnace. And then after it sit inside the furnace or the fire, and it don't just sit inside the furnace or the fire for just 5 minutes. It could be a season. How long is a season? Woo! That's another one. That's another good topic right there. How long is a season? You see what I'm saying? So as it sits in the fire for a certain amount of time, okay, the smith, what's that called? I don't even know what he's called. The person who makes the tools, okay, something Smith, it'll come to me. The person who making the tools, they'll take the metal out, the piece of metal out, to examine it, to see how hot it's been. And you know how they test to see if it's hot enough or soft enough, the metal is soft enough? They'll take it out and they start to beat that thing. Bang! 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 You see what I'm saying? All my guys or ladies who do metal work, you know what I'm talking about? And then you're like, oh, this is not soft enough. You don't beat it down hard. You see what I'm saying? How many times you feel like you come out the fire, gents? And then you're like, damn, I'm getting beat down. I just came out the fire. Here we go again. This is not fire, but this is a whooping. I'm getting beat down. You see what I'm saying? So we getting beat down, and you're like, okay. You like, okay, whew, that went through. But you get put back in the fire again. You see what I'm saying? You get put back into the fire. So once you go back into the fire, you're like, dang, it's hot back up here. Get it going. We talking about manhood and fatherhood, how they connect together. Okay, thanks for joining. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about manhood, and we're talking about fatherhood. Okay, and my whole thing was, this is the quote that I came up with today, was the lessons of manhood will be needed to forge the father in fatherhood. The lessons in manhood will be needed to forge the father in fatherhood. And I explained the method of what forge mean. We're not talking about forgery, okay? We're not talking about no counterfeits. You see what I'm saying? Because the process of forging a father, okay, cannot be counterfeited. Okay? I was just talking about how, they forge a sword or a piece of metal. They put it in the fire. Okay? So going forward. So, you feel like, you know what? I'm back in this fire again for the second time. Okay, I can take the heat this time. But it get hotter. It gets warmer. Hot. Burning. You're like, oh my goodness. This again? So they put you back into, it's called a blacksmith. Thank you. It just came to me. Thank you. Blacksmith, I think it is. Okay? So, I think it's a blacksmith. Okay. Anyway, so he pulls them back out again, right? examines the piece of metal, and then he starts to beat it again for the second time. Ding, 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 ding. Beating that hammer. You see what I'm saying? And not hammer, but the metal with the hammer. Okay? And I don't know what the specific tool is called. Okay? But they beat the metal, the hot piece of iron or metal again. And they place that iron on something firm that can take the pressure of the smith, the person who's hitting it. Okay? So whatever it is the metal's laying on, it can take the pressure. You understand what I'm saying? So it puts you on a pressure plate, a plate that can take the pressure. So when you're getting slammed, you're like, dang, I can't even move backwards on this one. It ain't no way to move, but just take the hits. And then he takes the piece of metal and he looks at it and examines it, turns it over. Woo! He's like, okay, this side needs to be warmed up again. Put your back in the fire. You see what I'm saying? As a man, father to 6, I've been through multiple fires. And I know they're not over because I'm continuously getting sharpened, reshaped, and ready for battle. You see what I'm saying? But it's about what you're doing and what you're learning in the fire. Okay? Through the beatings of life. You understand what I'm saying? And after they hammer it, and they go through that process several times, okay? They got the thickness and the shape that they wanted. But guess what? It's still not completed yet. We got to go through the smoothing and sharpening phase. That when I put another tool on top of the iron and I'm rubbing it back and forth, getting it smooth, all the rough spots out. You see what I'm saying? And that smoothing, could take just as long as the daggone shaping of being in the fire or the furnace. So I say this, these are the things that we go through as men that shape us into fathers. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to ask ourselves, who's the ones who's guiding us through this time in the furnace? Who's guiding us through the time in the fire? You see what I'm saying? How am I handling the beating of life to shape me? You know what I mean? How? Am I handling it properly? Do I know which direction to go? This is what fatherhood is about. Coaching, development, guiding, being there, leading, teaching, preparing our children, not just our boys, but our girls too, our queens, our young princesses for real life. You understand what I'm saying? Forged to create. So what's your creation process when it comes to fatherhood? You know what I mean? Do we skip manhood and go straight into fatherhood? Some of us do. You see what I'm saying? Some of us do because we don't have the fathers there to teach us or give us the keys to manhood. Some of us do because we don't have the fathers or the leaders out there to give us the keys to manhood and not give us the keys. Teach us how to make our own keys. Not just become a key holder, okay? But become a locksmith. A locksmith. I'm the master key. You see what I'm saying? I become a master key and to become a locksmith. What kind of analogy is this? Because a locksmith makes the keys and he changes and fixes locks. So as a father, what kind of locks and obstacles are you fixing? What kind of obstacles are you assisting in and coming in and changing? Generational curses. It might be in your family that, you know what? All the men in my family don't take care of their kids. Okay, locksmith, master key holder. Okay, master key. How you going to master this one? You see what I'm saying? Are you going to lock the doors of fatherless children, never to be opened again? You see what I'm saying? Or are you going to take the key and open and keep that lock unlocked and the door swinging wide open? Come on, someone. Drop a like in here. So fatherhood and manhood. That's the Wisdom Wednesday for today. Okay? So let me give you some solutions. Whew. There's a lot of solutions. And it's not just like a one solution fit all. It's not a master key when it comes to fatherhood and manhood. It's not a master key. You see what I'm saying? The master key is all the lessons put together. You see what I'm saying? And then sometimes the master key might have to get reshaped because of the type of lock it is. The type of lock it's trying to enter. You can't use the big key for a small lock and a small key for a big lock. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you could be the master key, but the master key is usually for that particular type of key. That particular type of lock. So we go through several different types of locks in life, just like the doors in, like I said, in New York, have multiple locks on there. You see what I'm saying? So just to use an analogy, the door being the door of life. And in order to maneuver in and out the door of life accordingly or effectively, or the best way you can, you have to have the keys to the locks. How many locks are there on this door to life? Plenty. 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 You see what I'm saying? So how are we maneuvering? How are we getting through? Who's teaching them? Here's the solutions. Solution number 1, seek wise counsel. Seek wise counsel. Seek wise counsel. Seek wise counsel. What is wise counsel? A wise counselor, man or woman, is someone who, in your eyes, do the right thing no matter what. Okay? They have strong integrity values, measurements. Seek wise counsel. Your wise counselor is someone that you see. Someone you see as doing the right thing no matter what. Even when no one's looking. My man's always do the right thing. He always make the right decisions. You see what I'm saying? That's your wise counselor that you could go ahead and talk to. So seek wise counsel. And it's unfortunate. Sometimes we can't just always go to, the uncle or the dad. You see what I'm saying? Or even moms. They got a lot going on and maybe they don't even have the keys. They just stuck on lock number 1. You know what I mean? So seek wise counsel. How do you seek wise counsel? I'm going to tell you that. Okay? You go and seek. Seek means to look. Okay? Not just look, but keep on looking like you lost your keys. You see what I'm saying? You know how you're running late for work? Those of us who need the ID badge to get in, you know what I mean? You're looking for your badge. You're on your way to work and you go to the field where your badge is at. You know what I mean? Oh, snap, I left it at the house. Got to do a U-turn. Because I can't get in the building without the key, the badge. You see what I'm saying? So seek and wise counsel. A wise counselor is someone in your eyes who makes the best decisions, the right decisions. The right decisions, morally right decisions, ethically right decisions, no matter what. Okay? That's a wise counselor. At least you know at the end of the day, they're not going to tell you something that's wrong, at least in their eyes. Okay? How do you find a wise counselor? You go and seek. How do you seek for a wise counselor? Good question. Okay, I'm going to tell you how you seek a wise counselor out. Okay? You go searching. Social media is out here. Neighborhoods is out here. Okay? And you could just type in hashtag fatherhood. There's a good portion, a good grip of fatherhood influencers. And after you may have identified that wise counsel, watch them to see if they live up to their integrity. Watch them. You know what I mean? Let me scroll through your page, General. Father to 6. Let me see what you're talking about. What you about? Let me look you up. You know what I mean? Let me see what your message is about. Is your message consistent with what you say all the time? Is your message consistent with the mission? Come on. Is your message consistent with the mission? And I'm not talking about somebody who's perfect. Because everybody got some skeletons inside. Everybody got some things that they're not proud of. So everybody got some things that they were still working on. But overall, I'm not talking about 100% perfection. But overall, do they meet the standard of integrity? Overall. You see what I'm saying? Without you having to give it a little push. Like, yeah. No. Without a doubt. Like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he meet it. Yeah. I know he ain't perfect, but yeah, he meets it. She meets it. Okay? So, seeking wise counsel. Okay? We talked about seeking wise counsel. Okay? How to seek wise counsel and where to find them. One of the ways is social media, hashtag fatherhood. You know what I mean? Another way is sticking on this channel, Father6. Okay. Another way is, matter of fact, you can go ahead and share this video. Share the content that you get from other dad influencers and people alike that's like-minded. People that have the keys to one of the locks you're trying to get into. You see what I'm saying? Share the information. Real wealth is transfer of knowledge. Real wealth is transfer of knowledge. At least to me. Okay? So we talked about seeking wise counsel. Seeking wise counsel and how to find it. Okay? Next. Listening to the wise counsel you get. Woo! Listening to the wise counsel that you get. What's that mean? I am not interrupting the message that's coming towards me. I'm not interrupting it. So after I listen to it and I'm not interrupting it, I'm letting the wise counsel and the information come to me. Okay? Apply it. Apply and execute, which is the same thing. Apply and execute. They're very similar, okay? Apply and execute. Let me put this into action, okay? And execute it. And as you applying and executing, it may not work the first time. Because you ever try to put your key in the door sometimes, you know what I mean? And it don't fit right away. You're like, oh, snap, what the heck going on? Because you're using the key upside down. The teeth of the key is supposed to be up. You see what I'm saying? Some locks, the teeth of the key need to be down. You see what I'm saying? Am I using the keys, which is the lessons, accordingly, like it's supposed to be used effectively? Or I'm just over here in the dark. You know how we do. You know what I mean? Sometimes we come home from dark and it's dark. We just trying to get the key and put, you know what I mean? Put it in there. And it's not even fitting. Like, what the heck? This is the key. And then you go to switch another key. And you switch another key. Like, oh man, the first key was the right one. The first key was the right one. The first key was the right one. So are you applying the keys like it's supposed to be applied? Are you applying the messages like they're supposed to be applied? Okay? So we got listen, apply, and execute. So once you apply the lesson, execute it. So you got the key and you put it in. You got to turn it. But you got to turn it the right way. Because certain locks need a little jiggle. You know what I mean? Certain locks need a little jiggle. You know what I mean? And then don't turn the key to the wrong way because, you know, you'll still be turning it in a direction that is already locked already. You're trying to turn it to the opposite way to get it unlocked. So execution means executing the right turn. Applying the lesson the right way, effectively. So I can apply the lesson, but am I applying the lesson effectively? The way it's supposed to be used. Come on. Okay? So as I put the key in and I'm effectively using it, you know, when you start effectively using lessons, okay, indicators start to happen. Let me say that again. When you start effectively using the lessons that you're supposed to be using, okay, and you're effectively using it in the way that's supposed to be used, okay, indicators start to happen. Indicators that show you that what you're doing is right. Okay, indicator number 1, the key fits inside the keyhole. Indicator number 2, when I go to unlock it, I hear a click sound. We know that click sound when you unlock the door. Click, snap, you know what I mean? Clack. You're like, oh snap, that tells me that lock is unlocked. But it's not over yet. Because you still have to move the key back to the center. Even balance. You got to move the key back to the center to get the key out. Because you can't just, how many times, hey, drop in the chat if you ever left your keys in the door one day or sometime before. I know I have left my daggone keys in the door, you know what I mean, the whole day. You know what I mean? I get up in the morning looking for the keys and it's still in the door. Because I done got in, all right? I'm happy because I got in. You know what I mean? So sometimes we happy that the keys or the lessons that we learned and we applied and we're executing is working. And we just leave the keys in the door. You see what I'm saying? So don't leave the key in the door. You got to bring it back to the center and then ease it on out. Because we know you turn that key too hard, you can bend it. How many times you bent the key? I bent the key a couple times. You see what I'm saying? How many of y'all broke the key inside the lock? Woo! Gots to be more careful. And you're still outside, and the lock is still locked. Don't be the one to force the lesson when it's not supposed to be forced. It's supposed to be effectively used, not forcefully used. Anything with force is usually not good. Usually. You see what I'm saying? I learned this motto when I was in the Marine Corps. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That's what they told us. They beat that in there. They forced it into us. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay? So you want to be fast, move smoothly. Because you know the key turning process should be a smooth one. Should be. You know what I mean? So now you don't open the door, you hear the indicator, which is the snap, the click, whatever sound your lock make. And you'll know it because it's like no other sound. So as you're applying these lessons to life, you'll know that you're doing well because it's like no other feeling you felt before in life. Come on. Okay. Then you go ahead and you ease the key out, right? What's the next step, General? Take out the next key and do it to the next lock. Come on now. The same process over again with the next lock. Practicing. You know what I mean? Me being a latchkey kid, I'm gonna tell you a story. I was a latchkey kid growing up in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up. Okay? A latchkey kid is a kid who has the key latched to his body. Usually around the neck. You got a little chain, you got the key there. That was the first pendant I ever had in my life. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about no ice. I'm talking about some keys to get in the house. That was my ice. You know what I mean? My first ice. And, you know, the parent would latch the key onto the kid. Sometimes they would safety pin it to their shirt. You know what I mean? They'll, you know, tie it to the loop of the pants. You know what I mean? All this other stuff to ensure that he has the key to get in. So as a latchkey kid, you see what I'm saying? My mom would make me practice opening the door, locking it and closing it multiple times before she felt confident enough to allow me to go out on my own. So we were like, she's like, hey, General, you got your key? She beat it on my head every time. Where's your key at, General? You got your key, General? You better get your key. You know, she beat and shaped it in my mind, just like the blacksmith. You know what I mean? He beats that metal into the shape he wants. Where's your key? Where's your key? Where's your key? You got to have your key. Your key. Your key. Your key. Beating that. You see what I'm saying? And then as a latchkey kid, you know, she take me and she watching me. And she's watching. Just like the blacksmith is watching the metal. How am I putting the key in? And as I'm doing it, she's correcting me. The first couple of times. No, baby. That's not how you do it, baby. Look right here. Put it in like this. You know, even to the point where she might put her hand over my hand. You see what I'm saying? And to, you know, show me. And then there's times where she just watch me struggle. You see what I'm saying? Watch me struggle. Just to see how I'm going to do in a state of panic or state of confusion. How do you move in a state of confusion? That's a good one right there. I'm going to rewatch this. How do you move in a state of confusion? You see what I'm saying? And then after we go through all the training process, and I've proven myself in the training, okay? Now we go to the second training, where she don't tell me nothing about no key. No reminders, okay? When we get to the house, she don't even pull her keys out. Just look at you. So you gonna let us in? And, you know, I'm looking for the key and stuff, you know. I'm jiggling in there, you know, taking a while to get it in, turn it and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? And we go through that process over and over again until I become a master at pulling the key out and just knowing where to put the key at right where it needs to be at. You know what I mean? Where my driver's at. You driving vehicles, you know how it is now. You've been driving for years now, 20 years plus. You don't even have to look to see where the keyhole is at for the ignition, where the start button is at. You see what I'm saying? You don't even have to look. You reach in your pocket, you automatically pressing the unlock button on the key fob. You done mastered it without even looking. Are we mastering life to that standard when it comes to our families and our children? You see what I'm saying? Do we have a process down that works? That we went over and over and over again? So back to Mom Dukes. So after that, we go through the same process all the time, over and over, of me putting the key in and opening the door. And then once she figures out, or she feels that I mastered that part, it's about speed now. Speed. Because it's sometimes that you have to move faster than others. Okay? Sometimes you have to move faster than others. So, during a nice summer day, everybody out, this is a nice day. You can take your little time and whatnot. Hey, what's going on, Miss Brown? How you doing? Ew, what's goody? How you doing, man? All right, I see you. I'll be in the courts later. And there's other times where it's dark and desolate. Okay? And you need to get in the house fast. How fast can you move to get in the house? Because it could be danger on the way. And the only thing that's saving you or stopping the danger is the door. But the door can't be open because you don't know how to unlock the locks accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? So, we go through that process. And then after you go through that process, Mom Dukes, Pops feel comfortable and confident in your abilities to become a latchkey kid, a full-on latchkey kid. Now, let me tell you this. Everybody don't go through that training that I went through to become a latchkey kid, a full-fledged latchkey kid. Everyone don't go through that training. Everyone don't have the mama I had. Everybody don't have the pops that you got, the moms that you have. Some people just get the key and they're like, oh yeah, okay, it's time to go to school. Here's the key, don't lose it, bye. And they got to learn on their own. They got to go through a different type of forging, a different type of fire, a different type of furnace, a different type of beating and molding and shaping. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't cool when they're going through that, because they don't know how to become a latchkey kid. So let's bring this back into fatherhood. There's a lot of men out there who don't know and don't have the tools, don't have the lessons that was given to you or I. You see what I'm saying? They don't know. They just out here trying to put the key in, and this is the wrong key, is putting it in the wrong lock, the wrong way. So that's what Father-to-6 is. I'm going to teach you how to use the keys. I'm going to tell you about my experiences. I'm going to tell you about my keys. I'm going to tell you about the other experiences of other people, other fathers. Okay? I'm going to tell you how the lessons they learned on the keys they used. You see what I'm saying? So that way, you don't have to struggle. They don't have to struggle. The next generation don't have to struggle. You see what I'm saying? And they could become a locksmith, the master key. You see what I'm saying? And then teach the next one how to become the master key, how to become a locksmith. Yes. So that's what Father-to-6 is about. You see what I'm saying? Manhood, fatherhood. Wisdom Wednesdays. Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. Yes. That was a good one right there. I told you it was going to be good. Okay? So, here's part of my closing. Okay? I want to shout out to Christopher Williams, at Christopher Williams on Instagram. We had a great conversation last night. I'm gonna post it later on. He has it on his platform. It's at the THE Christopher CHRISTOPHER Williams WILLIAMS. Okay, you'll see him on there. Okay, great fella, awesome brother, awesome dude, dropping gems. It's about connecting to those who have the master key to different locks. Because my key don't go to everything. So I got to connect to other locksmiths, other master keys. Hey, bro, what you got over there? Oh, that's how you do it? Okay, cool. All right. Got you. All right. Can I get a copy of that key? Oh, sure, bro. Because he's a locksmith, so he can make a copy of his key. Hey, General, can I get a copy of your key? Yes, because I'm a locksmith. I could just go ahead and make a copy of it. You see what I'm saying? One of the things I came up with also yesterday was, how many times can you duplicate the best of you? How many times can you duplicate the best of you? How many times can you duplicate the best of you? Can you even duplicate the best of you? Are you even capable of duplicating the best of you. Woo! So, Wisdom Wednesday. Go ahead and like. I know this is a long episode. But you know what? Lessons of life sometimes take a long time to go through. Lessons in life sometimes take a long time to go through. You don't just become a doctor to save lives in a year. I got a year's training. I'm good. No. After they go to school for years, almost a decade, you know what I mean? They got to go through training and internship. They got to put to test the stuff that they learned. Just because you know it in a book don't mean you know it in reality. Just because you know it from a book don't mean you know it in reality. You see what I'm saying? So we got a lot of people out here who may be masters in the books. But I'm talking about real life experience. Father6, holla at your boy. I'm talking about real life experience. Did you test your knowledge? Or is it just something that was passed down without tests? Because we know as each generation evolves, as life evolves, it's different locks. Now we got locks with keypads on them. You see what I'm saying? I could have never imagined a daggone lock with a keypad when I was younger. You see what I'm saying? The Apple Watch can open the lock. You see, I don't even need a physical key. I got a badge, a security badge that just swipe through because it's magnetic. You know what I mean? They got the information in there. It's different type of keys now. We evolved. So are you evolving? You know what I mean? Or are you still using the same old key on a lock that don't even have a keyhole no more? I can unlock a daggone phone, the door with my phone. Amazing. You see what I'm saying? So, are we connected with like-minded individuals? Are we learning? Are we sharpening? Are we evolving? Because life is evolution. How are you evolving? You see what I'm saying? And as you evolve, as the locksmith, the master key, you see what I'm saying? Are you evolving others? As you evolve, are you evolving others? Wisdom Wednesday. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, Fatherhood. All right, I got 26 subscribers. Let's get it up there. And speaking of subscribers, you know, this is the mission that I have. The Fatherhood mission. It's called Road to a Million. Road to a Million. What's Road to a Million, General? I'm going to tell you. Road to a Million is 1 million subscribers across every platform that I'm on. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. There's another one. I'm on mostly all of them. And TikTok, that's right. TikTok is Fatherhood TikTok is Fatherhood TikTok is Fatherhood And why do I want 1 million subscribers? I want 1 million subscribers so that way we can have 1 million people talking about fatherhood on several different platforms. 1 million people talking about fatherhood, talking about family, talking about keys to life, talking about evolution, evolving, teaching. Not only talking about the problems, but talking about solutions, giving out solutions. Imagine if we had 1 million people talking about fatherhood, about life, parenthood, kids, life, what to do, what not to do. How much better would this world be? I tell my kids all the time, you know, be the change that you want to see in the world. You be the change first that you want to see in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Be the change you want to see. So I want to see a better world because my kids, you know, I got kids that's 18 all the way down to 5. And I want them to be married to a good man, a good woman, a daggone good man, a daggone good woman, a great man. No. Let me take that back. I want them to be married and be involved with a phenomenal woman, phenomenal women and phenomenal men. But it take a phenomenal man and a phenomenal woman to make a phenomenal man and a phenomenal woman. You see what I'm saying? It don't just become phenomenal on their own. You got to go through some stuff. So if I want my kids to have the best spouses and the best relationships, am I providing that for someone else's kid who's saying the same thing as the general? I want my kid to have a phenomenal husband and wife. Am I producing phenomenal husbands? Am I producing phenomenal wives as young daughters through my example? And I'm not saying that you don't know nothing about womanhood. You're daggone right I don't know nothing about womanhood, but I know about manhood. And I know what a father's supposed to do for a son and a daughter. And that's what I'm talking about here. What are you producing? Be the change that you want to see in the world. I want to see better relationships between people. You know what I mean? Better relationships with people in my community. And then moving out of my community. You see what I'm saying? Then moving into the world. You see what I'm saying? So that's what Fatherhood 6 is about. That's what Road to a Million is about. 1 million subscribers on all platforms, discussing fatherhood, discussing parenthood, motherhood, relationships, being better, the best of you, how to duplicate the best of you, how to duplicate the best of you more than one time. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's a movement, a fatherhood movement. And what's a fatherhood movement? Okay, it's the tools and resources and the strategic strategies of a father taught to everyone to move and shift fatherhood to the next level. Well, it's all right now because things is not as bad as it used to be. I want it better. I want it better. So I'm going to do better. This is my part, amongst other things. So what is your part? What is your part? What are you doing for your part to make this world better? What you can do right now is share this message. Subscribe to my social media. That's what you could do right now to be part of the fatherhood movement. This is the mission, to evolve fatherhood. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just for men, it's for women too. It's for women also. It's for young ladies, for young men. It's for my future fathers. This is for my freshman dads. You just new in the game. You know what I mean? Baby girl pregnant. Wifey pregnant. You know what I mean? We just now in the adoption process. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never had a kid before, but I'm ready to adopt. You know? And I've never been a father before. You see what I'm saying? That's my freshman dads. My sophomore dads. Hey, I got through the first phase. But shoot, I'm on phase 2 of 100. You know what I mean? I'm still fresh in the game. You know what I mean? A sophomore father. You got my junior dads. You see what I'm saying? They done stretch their legs out a little bit. You know what I mean? We got my senior dads. Who's like, you know, I got the stripes, I got the scars. You know what I mean? I got my OG dads. What's an OG? Original gangster? Yeah, my original gangster dads. That's my dads who've been through the forgery. They become the forger now. You see what I'm saying? They got the scars. They got the bruises. They got the welts. You see what I'm saying? They got the experience. They got the stories. My OG dads who've been in the gutter. Things you never even imagined. And we all got stories like that. So we all evolved to the OG dad. And then we got our elders. You see what I'm saying? I call them my ascending masters. Because I want to be an ascending master. Yes. You see what I'm saying? My elders. You know what I mean? That give you that old school advice. That stuff that you can't get in the books. The stuff that you got in the books and they just break it down a whole nother level. They chop it up in another way. You see what I'm saying? It ain't never been explained like this. That's my elders. And my elders could be my older men, my grandpas, my great-grandpas, my grandmas, my great-grandmas. Matter of fact, you don't even have to be old. You see what I'm saying? You could be younger with the elder mindset. Because there's no time frame on when you become an elder with knowledge. Because an elder will say, yeah, I'm an elder, but I'm still learning, baby. I'm still learning, honey. I'm still learning, bro. You see what I'm saying? My big bros out there. You see what I'm saying? Some of my big bros don't even like be called OGs. Just call me big bro. You know what I mean? Because I'm not even worthy of that title. That's how you know they are OG. I'm not even worthy of that title. Just call me big bro. Call me Unc. You see what I'm saying? That's the fatherhood right there. You see what I'm saying? And we taking all that information from Unc. Pops, Pop. Mom Dukes, Mama, Big Mama, Big Daddy. We getting all those gems. And we're sharing it with one another to make this generation better to make this generation and the next generation better. You see what I'm saying? That's what fatherhood is about. That's what Fatherhood 6 is about. That's what the fatherhood movement is about. That's what the road to 1 million is about. So, I invite anybody to invite me to for conversation. DM me. I love to converse. Excuse me. I love to converse. I love to keep it real. I love to learn from others, other experiences. I love to, put it together. Because this is what I am. This is what I do. This is what I believe in. I believe in this. And if I don't have nobody else moving with me, what I do, because I get some DMs saying, hey, General, that message was dope. You teach classes? Yeah, this is the master class. Now I teach classes, yes. All my classes is on Instagram and Facebook for free. I got a Patreon, and I'm going to start rolling those classes out. And it's only $5 a month. $5 a month. Not even $1 a day. For gems and jewels. So, we're going to do free sessions. This is going to be the free sessions on Instagram and YouTube for the whole month of August and September. September is my birthday. My birth month. So I'm giving away free all of September. All this stuff is free. You see what I'm saying? I'm not charging. I'm not going to say, after September we charging. No. You see what I'm saying? I just want y'all to get a taste of what we offering. Because this is stuff that we need for our community. So if we need it, why are you charging? Shoot, you know what I mean? We need something to push us through. To get the message out. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're getting value from this or from anything, you need to reciprocate the value. You don't go to the gas station and get 10 gallons of gas and drive away without paying. You need the gas to move your car. So you got to pay for the gas. You don't complain with the clerk. Like, that's just too much. $3.01 per gallon. I'm not paying that. I'm getting these 10 gallons and I'm leaving. Try it if you want to. Try it if you want to. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Step out the vehicle, please. You know how that go. We see it too often. That stuff gets shared a lot. The fights get shared a lot. The cussing out gets shared a lot. The problems get shared a lot, but where's the solutions? You see what I'm saying? So if you reciprocate and be the change you want to see in the world, I'm giving back for something I'm receiving. You'll get something way back more than what you deserve on what you're paying for. But what are you putting? What are you depositing back in? So Father the 6 across all platforms. Okay? August, September. September's my birth month. We're going to do it big. Every day these messages is going to be deeper and deeper. And you know what? I'm going to readdress a lot of these messages because this is not a one-day thing, one and done, and I got this message and keep it moving. No, sometimes we got to forge these messages. Beat it. Put it under the fire. Repeat the same things over and over again. Me being in the Marine Corps, we said the same things over and over again. You know what I mean? You know how many times we did left, right, left face, left face, left face, right face, port, arms, left shoulder, arms. Marine Corps is known for drilling. Ain't nobody could drill better than a Marine. Left, right, lower right, left, right, come on, left, march, left, 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 her, left, right, lower right. Ain't nobody could do it better than us. So ain't nobody could do fatherhood better than us. Join the movement. So we can have our cadence. Left, right, lower right. Lower right, oh, lower right. And even though it may sound foreign to you, to the listener who's drilling, he knows that rhythm and that cadence of the drill instructor. He knows his tone. He knows when he said, column left, it's column left. March, execute. You see what I'm saying? So what kind of cadence you listening to when it comes to fatherhood and manhood? You listen to that cadence I talk about? Oh, yo, she a B. I'm that N. She a B. I'm that N. Beat her down. Skeet on her face. That's what we learn about fatherhood? Skeeting on faces and beating it down? You see what I'm saying? Or we learn how to be a gentleman and how to treat our queens. How to treat our princes and kings, our princesses. What's your cadence? Woo! So we're gonna readdress a lot of these things because it needs to be readdressed, not no one and done. You see what I'm saying? Because we real about this. It's real in the Ville. You know what I mean? It's real out here. What's going on? Thanks for joining. FT6. So the fatherhood movement. Join the fatherhood movement. Let's get people talking about, fathers. Let's get people talking about the keys to success. The things that I did wrong. The things I did right. The things my brother did wrong. The things my brother did right. The things that moms do seen and experienced. Sis experienced. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna uplift us like we uplift ourselves. And that's gonna take it another step. If you're just doing for your own and for yourself, are you really a provider, really? You see what I'm saying? Are you really a provider? I just provide for mine and that's it. Okay, I get it, bro. I get it, sis. But what are you doing more? Because I tell my kids, if you want more from me, you got to do more. That's the rule of my house. Yeah, I don't give out allowance. You see what I'm saying? Because in real life, it ain't nothing that's allowed in real life. They just don't give you stuff in real life. You see what I'm saying? You don't just get it in real life. You want extra, you got to do extra. You see what I'm saying? You want to be a great dad, you got to put in the work. You want to be a great moms, you got to put in the work. Whatever it is that you want to be great at, you have to put the work in. Ask my man LeBron. Rest in peace, Kobe. We got all these YouTube videos about all these sports athletes. Big ups to them. My musicians. And the one thing that we have in common with our athletes and all those people, they put the work in. They put the work in. You know what I mean? Growing up in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? There was a term called putting work in. You know what that meant? That means you was working all day long on something that you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Putting the work in. Ain't no days off. Ain't no vacation days. So do you have days off when it comes to fatherhood? And I'm not talking about don't do no rest and relaxation. Because even the doctors who have rest and relaxation are still on call at times. You see what I'm saying? The only difference is they getting monetary money to be on call. But with fatherhood, you see what I'm saying? Are you always on call? And I'm not saying don't rest. Oh, you got to be in the job. General, it's just too much. And yeah, it gets too much sometimes. And so we have to have a good balance. A good balance. You see what I'm saying? So, FT6, the fatherhood movement, the road to 1 million. Let's get up on this. This was a great session. I'm gonna post this right away. Please watch and share. Gems, jewels. Okay? More to come. More to come. I promise that. That's my word. You see what I'm saying? And then being a man, you shouldn't even have to say, I promise, or that's my word. Because every word you say should have integrity behind it. It should be solid. Everything you say should be solid. So that's the last time you're going to hear me say, that's my word, I promise. Because everything a man says, okay? And I had to explain this to my daughter the other day. Woo! Thank you for this. All right? So I told her, I said the difference between manhood. I said a man should never lie about who he is. I said that was one of the rules and codes of life in Brooklyn, in the streets. Where my street dudes at? You don't lie on you know what I'm talking about? You don't lie on who you are. That's the worst thing you want to do is lie on yourself. Because a man is like, man, if you don't know who you are, you lie about who you are, I can't trust you, bruh. And that's one of the codes of manhood is trust. Trust. Integrity. You know what I mean? Even if he mess up, even if he ain't do, is he gonna come back and act like he did or not? You see what I'm saying? Loyalty comes with trust. I can't be loyal to you unless I trust you. Trust your word. You see what I'm saying? So does your word have to be backed up by our promise on God, on moms, on the grave? I'm not putting my word on nothing dead. I'm putting on what's alive. My name, the general. You see what I'm saying? FT6. We're gonna be out here consistently on these YouTube streets, Instagram streets, Twitter alleys. You see what I'm saying? I'm out here. We getting it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff yet with the filters and the twists and turns and the words on the screen. I got my words right here. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is press pause and rewind. You can save it nowadays. I don't even care if you take my content, put it on your own page or whatever. Get the word out. You see what I'm saying? FT6 Masterclass. Fatherhood Masterclass. Fatherhood Masterclass. That's master fatherhood. You see what I'm saying? And just like any university, they have different professors for different subjects. So I'm not saying I'm the master professor of every subject of fatherhood. No. You see what I'm saying? Because when you go to university, the history teacher ain't teaching math. The history professor ain't teaching math. The math teacher ain't teaching psychology. When you need a nurse, the teacher send you to the nurse. You see what I'm saying? So come to Professor General. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have a whole bunch of professors backing me up on fatherhood. Like Proud Dad Society, another professor who got some gems. The Christopher Williams, gems, professors. I'm recruiting. I'm recruiting for the School of Fatherhood. I need professors. You see what I'm saying? Because my message is good, but you know, I want guest speakers and professors. We give out 10-year here. Come on now. We giving out 10-year at this university. You see what I'm saying? And your 10 years proven by your walk. Your walk in life. And your walk don't got to be perfect. I need people who got mistakes in life. I need people who went to jail, who on probation, who trying to turn their life around, who went through the struggle. You see what I'm saying? I need people who never been to jail. Professors who never been in jail. Professors who went to universities, colleges. Professors who did another type of road. I need all walks of life in this university because that's what real life is about. All walks of life. Because when you walking through life, you don't know what daggone alley you're going to hit. You don't know what road you're going to hit. You don't know when the car going to stop and you get a flat tire. You see what I'm saying? So I want all walks of lives of professors on this road to 1 million. FT6 University. You see what I'm saying? Because it's real out here in the Ville. It's real out here in the streets. Biggie Smalls of fatherhood. Thank you. Brooklyn, stand up. Rest in peace, Biggs. You see what I'm saying? And then even when you graduate from the university, you see what I'm saying? We still have access as alumni to call back the professor. Doc, this is the problem I'm having. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, yeah. Go ahead and do this right here. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do this right here. Hey, I got a contact right here. Call my bro over here. Here's his number. Tell him I sent you. You don't even have to send a text message. Just call. When he hear that I sent you, you good. You see what I'm saying? And then you come back for another course to get another degree. There's people out here that got degrees upon degrees upon degrees upon degrees. Where's our degrees on fatherhood? Where's our degrees on fatherhood? This education is free right here. Close to it. The freest education gems you're going to get. You see what I'm saying? So this is the fatherhood movement. And if I got to move this by myself, so be it. I'll be moving it by myself. I already hired my son. My son's going to be the photojournalist. You know what I mean? I told him he's going to be a cameraman. Photojournalist. How important is a photojournalist? So important. They documented history through pictures, visual. Because not everybody can read. Woo! Come on. Not everybody can read. Some people read differently. If you're blind, you ain't reading words. You're reading brittle. You see what I'm saying? If you're blind, you're not reading words. You're reading brittle. If you don't speak English, you speak Spanish, you're reading Spanish. Back in the day, our ancestors were reading hieroglyphics, pictures and symbols. So it's different ways to communicate. You see what I'm saying? Different communication tactics. I hear a lot of stuff about branding and advertising and men and marketing. You see what I'm saying? That's brand fatherhood. That's market fatherhood. One of my posts the other day was, are you bilingual with communicating with your children? Are we bilingual in communicating fatherhood? That's my next post right there. Do you know how to give the information of fatherhood to the Ivy League as well as the street dude, as the one that's locked up, locked down, the one that's in the juvenile correction facility? You see what I'm saying? The one who got 12 scholarships and 12 university offers. Can we be bilingual with that? And if I can't explain it or break it down like that, can I call on my other brother, the other professor? Hey, you know what? I could recommend you to someone who's even better and not even be ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed that my brother know a little bit more than me or he can explain it better than me. Listen, it's not a competition if we all in it together. Come on. It's not a competition if we all in it together, and we all in it together. So I'm never going to compete with one of my brothers. I don't give a damn what your skin color is. You got bars when it come down to fatherhood. And when I say bars, I'm talking about bars of gold. The real bars. Not no rap bars, the real bars. You can't bite through gold. You break them teeth. You see what I'm saying? So I want them dads with them bars. Dads that look like me and dads who don't look like me. All walks of life. Because I'm trying to get this fatherhood movement across the world. It's a community, a tribe. Yes, it is. A movement that we doing together. We interlocking. Just like our ancestors interlocked on the bridge in Alabama and Selma. You see what I'm saying? They was down for the cause. You know what I mean? And that's just one cause I can recall. It's not a history lesson, but this is a call to action. I'm calling you to action. So you down for the call, and I'm like, yeah, I got 6 kids, and I got a lot to do. Good, you can join the fatherhood by sharing. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do nothing else. Be a professor sharing. My professor, he major in sharing messages. You see what I'm saying? My man don't like to talk. He like to share because he may not communicate like I communicate, or like Proud Dad Society communicate, or like the Christopher Williams communicate. But you know what? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be that alumni who keep giving to the school to build a library. You see what I'm saying? To build an extra wing. I'm gonna just keep giving. You see what I'm saying? This whole Black Lives Matter stuff was going on hardcore last year. I'm in the Atlanta area. They was going hard out here, and not everybody's a soldier that need to be out there. You see what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to be out there. You know what I mean? Are you giving up for the cause for attorney fees, for water, for food? So when it comes to fatherhood, you don't have to be out here giving speeches. You see what I'm saying? Give your support. Subscribe. Share. Comment if you feel like commenting. But at the minimum, share the message. Support the mission. You see what I'm saying? We got in an sports organization. Let me talk about sports, fellas. Because in a sports organization, you know what I mean? We just see the players and the head coaches, but we don't see those who's the conditioning coach, the doctors, the logistics managers, the clerks who's booking flights for all of them. You see what I'm saying? Getting food vouchers, setting up everything on the back end. My coordinators. Ain't nobody giving love to the coordinator. You couldn't get to the finals without the daggone logistics manager getting you there. Booking the bus, booking the flights. Making sure that your family, the players' families is there with them. Extra tickets. What about the water boy? The person who do the laundry for the players? You see what I'm saying? Because when it comes to winning, it's a mindset. Imagine if the person who washed the jerseys called out and don't do their job. You think those superstars could do what they could do with some dirty clothes? Smelly, stinky, moldy clothes? Their mindset will be messed up. And I know some of them got the rituals where they wear the same socks, the same stuff like that. But you get what I'm saying? Imagine seeing your team with the same dirty helmet every freaking game. It just got dirtier and dirtier because nobody cleaned it up. Would you be repping your team? They jersey looking like my hat all the time? You know what I mean? So we got to give love to everybody. Everybody can play a role in fatherhood. Everyone can play a role. There's no position that's filled. There's always going to be positions open. Even if you're the male boy, the male girl, the intern. Look at Sean Puffy Combs. Started off as an intern, and now he running it. Industry leader. So don't knock the interns, because the interns is the one who actually usually takes over the companies. So I'm looking for interns to take over fatherhood after my time is passed to sit down and pass the torch. When my assignment is over at the university, when they just call me in for just guest speaking, for graduations. Can you be a speaker at this graduation, this graduating class? Yes, I can. Yes, I will. You see what I'm saying? I gotta see it before I see it, and I'm seeing it. So this is a call to action to all my people in the fatherhood, not just fathers, my moms too, my women too. Call to fatherhood. And I'm not saying women are fathers, but those women out there, okay, who've been left by us, that's doing the role, playing the role of a father. They're not no dad, but they doing their best to play the role. And you got single dads out there like me, who's playing the role of a mother. I ain't no moms, but I'm playing the role. I'm doing my best. Those are the ones that's part of fatherhood. The grandmas out there who come in and help out. The grandpas that come in and help out when they can. The friends who watch your kids. You know what I mean? The friends who watch your kids when you need a minute. Girl, I just need an hour. Can you watch them, please? Whew. I just need 1 hour to myself. I gotta run to the Piggly Wiggly. You know what I mean? So that's the fatherhood. It's a call to action now. Come join Fatherhood University. I know Fatherhood University. I know him too. Shout out to Fatherhood University. Join Fatherhood 6 University. Join the fatherhood movement. The road to 1 million. What's going on? How you doing? Join the road to 1 million. You see what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. I'm on YouTube. 26 subscribers. I'm getting 27 a day. I know that. I'm speaking it. You see what I'm saying? Every inch is a success. Every movement forward is a success. Every video is a success. And failure is not an option. And that's how I'm going to end it. Father to 6 is the general. Failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. We do not fail in fatherhood. We persevere. Come on. Father to 6 is the general signing off. Salute.